It's time to learn what you do when the ideas come in hordes. That's right, it's time for Firefly Boards. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hello to our friends in YouTube. YouTube, give us a wave. And also we have our friends over on Behance. Hi Behance friends. Nice to see you and welcome to Adobe Office Hours. I'm Andrew Hockrattle.
I'm Nick Longo.
There we go. And today we are going to be showing you a bit about Firefly Boards. If you haven't used it, it's a really great tool to expedite your workflows, to work faster, work a little bit differently. It's a brand new tool. And as you've seen here on Office Hours, we always give you the second, third take on new tools. We try to
Here's the 18th shot at Adobe Boards.
Yep.
But it's going to be the best.
It is. So we are going to hop into Workflows and show you how you as a creative professional can use Firefly Boards in your process. I think we've looked a lot at Firefly in the past for generating images, or we've used it in Express, or we've used it for structure reference. We're going to show you how to flip it so that at the beginning of your process, you can start using Firefly Boards for ideation and fun. And in the past, we have done something in Adobe Express called the Mega Doc, which is only available because of live collaboration.
So do we need a new name for this one? Is it something board? Wait, so if it's Mega Doc, this is
Mega
Board?
Giga Board. I think Giga Board. Chat will let you vote on if it's Mega Board or Giga Board. And what we're going to do...
Beta Board. Beta Boards.
I like that. We'll hop in a few weeks, maybe next week. We're going to do this as a series. So maybe next week we will hop in, give some of you trusted folks access, and we will do live collaboration with the community, and we can all make something amazing. So make sure you tune in. Next week we'll be doing live board with all of you, because Firefly Boards has live collaboration.
It does.
So Nick, let's hop in and talk about Firefly Boards, starting with where can people find it?
Oh, wow. You want to take them through that thing?
Let's do it.
There you go.
So here, you can go to firefly.adobe.com. Easy. We've got all kinds of things here to start our creative process. Text to image, text to video. We can also generate with transparent background.
Love that.
Generate sound effects, all kinds of new cool stuff here. And over here on the left is boards, the magic of boards. So let's click in here and take a broad look. Nick, can you give us an overview of what is this? What is boards?
Yeah, I love that. Look how big Firefly has gotten in the first place, right? You have all these sections. When you hit boards, what you get here is kind of your good starting point. Adobe has generated a really good amount of sample boards to go in and dissect, and you can kind of get the idea and feel of it. I look at this as this combination of your inspiration, Photoshop meets AI meets Illustrator, all in one messy kind of area, but it's so professional, and that's the coolest thing about this.
Well, and I do want to, you know what? I'm just going to show this because I do want to. You mentioned Photoshop and Illustrator. We're going to get to this board, but I do want to show something. Chat, are you ready for this? Let's say that we are working in Illustrator and we have a logo. Here on Office Hours, we have a mascot. His name is Benny. He is a trash can, and he is a part of our show. We love him dearly.
Or dumpster. Yep, or dumpster.
And what we can do is we can just copy Benny directly out of Illustrator, go back into Firefly Boards, and there's Benny.
Bam.
Pasted.
Look at that.
So you can copy and paste from Illustrator, from Photoshop. I do believe you can do Express as well. And
Very
so
cool.
I think that there is sometimes a barrier to getting through your creative process because you have to stay in Photoshop. You have to stay in Illustrator. With boards, you can jump back and forth really easily.
That's awesome. It's this whole new creative little playground you get to mess with. And then the element of AI is the thing that really blows me away with this. And I was on it for about an hour last night prepping for this. And I'm telling you, I think you can be on this thing for quite a while. But it's not just fun. It actually can help you start your next little creative journey on whatever job you're working on.
Yep, helps to get things out of your brain onto the screen. So let's hop in and let's look at one of the example boards. Let's start with an example board here. So there are some examples for you to understand a little bit better. And let's hop into this one. This is a film project by Sam Finn. And if you've used Notes app, if you're using like
Yeah.
sticky notes, it's kind of like that. It's
Totally.
You can throw all of your ideas into one place. You can see all of these pieces
this.
loading in. And so again, this would be like a million files. This would be like a massive Illustrator file, but it is loading all of these pieces in. And Nick, can I get your screen share one more time? I lost your screen share for a second.
We will do that right now.
But it is loading in all of these pieces. Oh my gosh. There is some generated video in here. There's some kind of mood board, some ideas. So let's go in and see how this idea kind of started.
Yeah.
So the world is what you make it. Unfinished film. If you haven't seen this, it's a campaign that Adobe did that helps you kind of finish in a film. So you can see here, this is almost like creating a website presentation for your client. I love the idea of sharing with your client like this experience of what is going on here.
It's so much more of an experience walking through it than from like slide to slide or whatever. I think we're all looking for that new way to be a little fresh with the ideas. And I believe there is some kind of like little connection here at the end that they're challenging you to try a few mixtures at the end of this little presentation.
Yes.
It's really cool.
So you can go through here, and again, you can add kind of whatever you want to Firefly Boards. It really is just like an open playground for your ideas. And so you can come in here, we can work with text. This is all text. It is editable. You can change fonts, all that fun stuff. And then we also have different walkthroughs, right? And so this is a great way to kind of map out your ideas. And this one's done and finished, but you can see here the ideation and doing, right, these like little mock-ups here of ideas, right? You can see
for the right client, I think they'd love this. You know, like
100%.
Just being a little, it feels like you're over the same desk and you're getting to move things around.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Cool. And I just ungrouped there. And so you can see here that these are images that like there is an idea, and then these images have been used to kind of create this visual here, which is really cool. And so if we click on one of these, we can go in, we can click on vary. We want to see more like this. We want to keep the style. We want to keep the subject. We also can edit this. And this is where it starts to work back and forth with some of those tools that we know and love. Generative fill, generative expand. We can edit the text in the image, which is really cool. And then we also can use our partner models here like Flux, Gemini, and GPT image. We also could convert this. We could convert the image into a video. Really cool. We've looked at Firefly video before. We can do that right here, convert it into a video. And then we have our regulars. You can crop it. You also can remove the background super easily. And so using all of these helps to kind of build out this image. So Nick, I know that you love to do this. What we can do is we can select multiple images. And this is a really cool way to, like, if you have an idea, you can just select all these images here. And then we're going to click on Remix. And Remix is going to give us a grid of a bunch of different remixes of those pieces. So we're going to get into a creative process for a branding project. But this is really great if you have like pieces of ideas that you like the vibes for, then this can help you kind of move those to the next step until you get into where you want to be. So it started to piece all those things together. Like we've got the floating cars. I love that it's kind of like picked an idea for each row. Like here's one that's like water-based. Here's one that's like more focused on like the chair utopia. Here's one focused on the shoes. Here's one focused on the cars. I like that it's kind of pulled everything together. So let's hop over to your screen, Nick, because we have a collaborative document. And you know what's great? I could not hop over to your screen because if I go up here, we can see there he is.
Hey,
Nick,
around. Look at that.
our little buddy moving around because it is all live collaboration, which is really cool. But let's hop over to your screen so you can kind of talk through what are we doing here and what are we going to kind of cover on the rest of the show.
Here's what I love. It is an endless artboard to mess with. How many times do you just want to zoom in and zoom out and be in a playground of all of your content and like your inspiration? And they give you some really cool tools. The basics here are on the top left. So you actually have this to select. So you have your select tool. If you use any Adobe product, you're going to be instantly on here, no problem. The coolest thing too is this idea of an artboard. So if I want something unique, think of this as like a plate, right? I'm making just a simple artboard here. And if I take anything and bring it over to it, and then I go back to the select tool, when I move that artboard around, it's just like it's on a plate. So it will go with that as you move things around, which is great. You can like basically do this. So here I've got that with the little text on it. Again, it can move around and have some fun. So you can make little artboards like this one. So let's say we have Benny here and we want a second one. You do the option, drag and kind of duplicate it right like that. Look at the little bar that highlights anytime you have something selected. All I have to do now is select this. I can go to the custom one and get the eyedropper, and I can go and get my blue, and now we have our blue ready to go to apply to anything else. So when we're referring to things, we're going to probably get into image and like composition later on. So if I need to highlight my blue, I have it there ready to go. So you've got all this really cool stuff. You can even go right in here and do the shapes and the rectangles, and then you have add content. And that is for, let's say Andrew and I are looking at this individually, and overnight I need comments from him. He could take that and apply any comments to whatever work we have on our collaborative piece.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yes. So let's hop in and take a look at kind of how we can use this for a creative process. And there are a lot of tools that we can kind of like combine and push together. But one that I want to point out is we're going to kind of work a little bit backwards here. We're going to use the Office Hours brand that we have. If you look here, we have all of our color set. We have Benny giving us little shout outs. If you want to join our Discord, you can do that, discord.gg/ACC. But we have this already established. So we're going to work backwards and show once you have your established brand, here's some ways that you can kind of use Firefly Boards to expand it, to explore what could be. And this is something that you could use to upsell clients. Nick, I'm sure that you've done this. You deliver the package and then you're okay, we also could do X, Y, or Z. And so this is a great idea to upsell clients by like pitching, but not doing the like extensive work of like, oh, and I did all these other things. Will you pay me for them? Like, hey, here are the ideas for things we could do. Do you want to do this as a project? And then we can go in and actually execute them. So let's show you that angle of how we can kind of expand. And I'm gonna hop over to my screen and we're going Illustrator straight into Firefly Boards here.
Yeah, and this is copy paste, guys.
Copy paste. So we have Benny. You can see this is a very complex vector. Sweet little Benny. We have used turntable before to make Benny kind of go in different directions a little bit, but I'm just going to copy and paste this directly into Firefly Boards. And Nick, let's do this. While you are working in Firefly Boards, I am going to be going back and forth into Illustrator.
See how that works?
Yeah. So what I want Nick to do is I'm going to hop over to his screen and I'm going to have you show me, maybe we want to see Benny in some different poses. Let's see if we can create, use Firefly Boards to generate Benny in some different poses. So I'll hop over to your screen and then I'm going to go back over to Illustrator and run turntable and see how we can kind of use these in conjunction.
Okay, so let's see how this works. So we have Benny right here selected. I'm going to go to generate image. He's selected, so he will be kind of our style. And I think if you take this and let's see, hold on for just a second. We got him right here. I'm going to go over here to one of the third-party ones here as well and see how this works. And let's say, what should we have him do? Sitting at a desk?
Yes.
At a computer?
Yes. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so I'm going to say have mascot at a desk using a computer.
And there are a bunch of different partner models that we can use here. We also have things like Nano Banana that's in Photoshop that can help to prompt ideas. And I think, Nick, are we using a partner model here?
Yes, we are.
Which one are we using?
This is Flux Context. So Flux Context is the one to really use if you've got a style or an image ready to go and you want to alter it or do something unique to it. We can even build, I believe, the mock-ups and everything. Oh my gosh, this is great. Well, it didn't do the best one, but it gave us something here. Hold on, where is he? There we go. All right, there we are. So maybe it's because I did not take and do it as a...
Well, and I wonder if you can now select the two of those. So if you can select the two and then maybe remix.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. And again, this is what I like about Firefly Boards is it's not like a cut and dry start to finish. It is an open exploration of like, okay, this got a little bit closer. Okay, this got a little bit closer for us to like test our ideas to see if it's going to work, right?
Yeah.
And so hopping back over here, we did do turntable. And so turntable is in Illustrator. And this is a tool that we can select and then we can go, let me get my turntable back again. I closed the window. There we go. Turntable. And we have already done this, so we can now see Benny in different poses. So you can kind of pose it back and forth to do a 360 look at our friend Benny. And we also can do up and down. So you can change the angle to go up or down to get some new perspective on Benny. Let's see if you can go up there. Woo! Yes, Benny. Super fun. So we have our friend Benny. Now let's go ahead and jump around a little bit. Nick, did we get any closer with Benny?
Yeah, I'll show you really quick.
Yep,
so we have this one here. It was the remix of the real image and that. And then what we did was we tried this one. It's getting closer. Check him out.
Oh, definitely getting closer. Definitely getting closer to reference.
It is the best. Let's try some different models and see. I'll keep doing that and see what we get.
Love it. So while we do that, we're going to hop over and I want to show you how you can use Firefly Boards to really brainstorm and generate ideas. So I have a client. This is an actual client work that I did, and this was a mood board that I sent over to the client. And this is all like work of other people. This is work that was on like Adobe stock. This is work that I saw on Behance. And so we have our vibes at the bottom: strong typography, pops of color, movement, water. We have lake, warping, and line work. These were all like keywords that we were using for a mood board. And Nick, I just saw something that looked pretty cool.
You're not ready for this.
Yeah, let's hop over here and then we'll come back. So we have our mascot. Nick, take it away. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, we used Gemini 2.5 Nano Banana, had our mascot selected, Benny, asked for it at a computer with a desk, and check it out. Guys.
Benny.
Come on.
Benny,
He's
my boy.
looking at the screen. Like, look at the crumbled paper.
Yep.
And the recycle on the mug.
That's great. So this is a way that we can kind of like generate ideas to play around with. And then I'd take this back into Illustrator. I'd vector it all out, make sure that it's like right on brand. This is something like we could start to expand office hours with different variations of Benny, which is really cool.
Oh, that is the best.
So maybe you'll see Benny pop up a little bit more with our workflows. All right. So hopping back into here, we have our mood board, and this is going to be something that we kind of work through using these keywords. So we have strong typography, pops of color, movement, water, lake, warping, line work. And this was a branding project. And so I want to hop in and kind of create the vibes. And again, I'm just going to go over on the side. Sorry, Nick.
Same board.
Yep, same board. And I'm going
Doesn't affect me.
generate an image just to get started. And this is great for like brainstorming so that I'm not having to like go sit on Behance, like filter through the hours and hours of random images from the internet that like fit my vibes. I can kind of generate stuff here. And so let's see, I want to do like topographic map. That's actually where this project started. Topographic map, and maybe let's do scientific and 2 colors with blue. And so we can start to generate ideas using Firefly Boards and kind of chase the vibe that we want to do. So I really want something that feels a little bit nautical, that has like a topography vibe, that has like big, bold kind of hits. And so let's do this. So this one is what I'm looking for from like a topography kind of zone.
Oh gosh, that's
but then I want something that's more like line drawn. So we're going to go here and we're just going to type in line drawn map. Let's do 1 color. And what I want to do is, this is kind of what I use Firefly Boards for, is here is a starting image. Okay, I need to redirect that a little bit. And then I know that I want more of this kind of vibe, right? That is just like, and again, I want something to be a little more like with a ripple or something that's kind of coming through.
Okay.
And so play around with all those different ideas.
Look at that stuff, man.
And so,
That's cool.
Yes, we're getting somewhere. So let's maybe grab like this one down here. And then maybe we want to load this in. And it has all of the different variations here, right? So it's like stylistic map combinations, layered formations. It has all these different pieces.
And that it pulled itself, right? That's its own data.
Yep.
I love that.
So minimalist technical style, right? So it's pulling in all of this data for us. And maybe I want to use this as a style reference. So I can click on this, and this is the style that I want to reference. And let's do black and white, and let's do like topography map of a lake. See if anything comes up there. And Nick, you're still playing around with Benny over there. What are you up to over there?
Yeah, I'm going to show you really quick. So I'm writing a next one here. So I basically selected, said turn mascot into a walking character in a theme park. So as that starts and shows, check out the results of this one.
Yes.
And even better, when we sell him as a little toy plush, look at that detail.
Right. And this is something, again, that we can like pitch to a client. Right, we could say like, hey,
Here's
we
the
would
latest.
love to do like expand Benny into more of a like
I can't.
theme park character. You want to explore this?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's like, kind of pull this together and see what we can do.
I love it. So good, man. There's so endless possibilities here. This is great.
That's so fun.
Wow.
Okay, so let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is we've been working through, right now, we've been working through Firefly. We have Firefly image for Ultra, all these different models we can choose from. We also can choose some of the partner models. And so let's go ahead and let's see if we can use Nano Banana here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Nano Banana, and let's type in, I want to have like a cool wakeboarding boat with let's see, like retro style in let's do on a lake. Oops. Lake with an O is how we're going to spell
like
that. My
one.
goodness.
Lego.
I'm going to get rid of these sub prompts here and use Nano Banana and see if we can generate something to kind of get kind of mashed together to get a little bit more of a mood board going. And Nick, I think that you had some other kind of like images on the artboard. Do you want to talk about like some of the stuff that was going on over on the side that you were working with?
Yeah, for sure. Let me generate this one real quick. Are you talking about the ones over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is really cool. I really wanted to get two unique vibes that I thought were unique. There's the prompts we used. These were both generated in boards. So if I take both, kind of similar to what he has done already, and we remix it, I'm going to get very unique combinations here of those. And I love this idea of kind of like, what if you do have different influence that feels a little bit different, and you want your client to feel like, I get you, I know how to blend these two things together. Let's see what it produces and kind of create something that we could use and take like you did. I like that idea of like, you pull one or two ideas from this to say like, those are the best. Let's give those a shot and see how they work as well. So it'll take a second here, but it's right there on the canvas as it's building. And here we go. Look at this. So look, it's brought in the both characters. Oh my gosh, look at this one. That is just incredible. What a cool vibe. All right, I'm going to take that one. So again, we could take this, move it around. We can get rid of a few. Let's say we don't like this whole little area here as well. But one thing I always like too is I've got a ton of stuff already. And let's say the client needs something right now. I could take all of this here and go to align. And you can see you've got a few things here. You can go here and get them all in line in one area. And I believe the other one is you could do is arrange, correct? Let's see. Let's grab all those. And oh, I think you have to have them on a artboard. So let's go artboard here, right?
Oh, interesting. So you can have variations and work within artboards on those variations.
Yeah. So let's say let's say this is your current work thing. This is what a typical Nick or Andrew job's going to look like, right? We're going to have all these things. Let's even get Benny in here for fun. All right, so now select all of those on that artboard. And notice here, you get this new one. I can click on this here and arrange in rows, column, or a mosaic. Come on, look at that. In one click, what's that, saving you about 5 minutes? Easily. It's just the coolest thing. So if you need that quick thing or a style sheet of your progress of where you are in here, there's your ticket.
That's
What
really
do you got
cool.
working?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm working more on trying to find and generate maybe some like color palettes. This is something you can kind of pull through. And I do want to hop out real quick, and I'm
Go
going to
for it.
show a good example of this kind of brainstorm process.
Yeah.
And that is over on the homepage. We have this project by Gizem Akdad. And so let's click in here, and this is a kind of workflow for a design project. And chat, let's do this. Let's have you, and someone's saying collect. Yes, Nick, you used collect, right?
Yes.
Yes, cool. So let's do this, chat. We have done Brand Slam before. If you haven't watched Adobe Office Hours, we do a show called Brand Slam every now and then where we take two brands and we switch them, slam them together. But we want to do a little bit of a practice. So chat, what we need from you is
Yes.
we need
content.
to get a maybe like an industry and then maybe a name and then maybe the vibe. So we're going to try to brainstorm together to create like a mood board for a brand and kind of show you from the beginning through. So chat, we need you to give us one, a like industry.
Let's mix it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we need to get a name of this company, and then we need to get kind of the vibe that we're going for. So you're going to act as the client, and maybe this would be like a client project, right, that we're working through.
There you go. I'm going to do some.
Hi, YouTube. I wanted to put YouTube chat on the screen for a second just to say hi to them, give you some screen time. Hi, YouTube. Okay, chat, let us know. Well, I'll be looking at YouTube and Behance. So I'm going to hop over here, and this is kind of what we're going to try to do is we are going to play around with different ideas. I don't know why this is off to the side, but we're going to fix it right there.
All right.
Easy peasy. Much like Illustrator and actually more like Express, if you're familiar with Express. So we fixed that. I don't know why I was off to the side. You can see here that they're adding in the client information, brief details. Maybe this is something that like we start in Illustrator or we start with like a sketch. And from there, we're trying to just develop the trends, right? This is something, these are both steps that creatives would use. I'm sure Nick and I have used this a million times in our creative process. And from there, we can remix and start exploring multiple directions. So this is where it gets really fun. And this is what we're going to be doing with you today. And
Do we get any prompts?
What?
Real quick. Do we get any prompts yet?
Oh, yes. We got, we have baking industry. We have floral industry.
Okay, for a baking
Floral could be fun.
company.
Yes. Do you want to do baking?
I'll do baking. Should we put it all together? In
Let's do it
prompt?
together. Let's do
Yeah,
it together
so-
to show that we can.
Branding for a baking company.
Yes.
Floral.
Well, let's
vibes.
build. Yeah, let's start building like this, just like a mood board of different images.
Oh, yes. All right,
and
cool.
see if we can kind of like work our way through.
right.
So we have baking, we have floral
Baking
industry, shoemakers. So let's start with baking, and let's do as if we're going to do this at the beginning of our creative process. We're creating a brand for them, and we need to get inspiration. We need to pull color palettes. We need to kind of play around with all that. So let's go with baking. We're creating a brand for a baking company, and let's see what we can kind of create for those vibes. Okay, so let's start with a mood board, Nick. And maybe do you want to make an art board and kind of set up a brief for us? So we're doing baking company. Chat, we need to know about the vibes and we need to know about the name. So let us know those two things. And while we're over here, this is what we're going to do is we're going to do the mood, style, colors, make a mood board like this. Nick and I will do it collaboratively. We might use Illustrator to throw on if we have some like fonts that we really like. We can just copy and paste that from Illustrator in here. Then we have another one. This is a cool, cute style. So Nick, maybe let's explore 3 different options for this bakery. And then we have a bold and cool option. So chat, we need a vibe and a name for this bakery. And then we can get started. Please let us know. We have other suggestions coming in. We have somebody said drawing tablets. We have somebody that said fashion or tech. So maybe this will be something that we come back to and we do some more like vibes of building the brand stuff here. Carol is saying must have chocolate. Couldn't agree more. I think that 100% we have to have chocolate. Chat, we are waiting for your suggestions.
I'm starting to build. I've got a few things. I think we had floral, we had the bake shop, and we are going to look at the colors it's coming up with.
Okay, yes. Dang. So Nick is already on it. He's going, so again, creating a mood board for our client. I guess I'm going to hop in. So I'm going to go find where you are on the artboard. Let's see here. Actually, hold on. Can I? Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to find, there you are. You're doing an artboard here. And chat, we need a name. We need a name here. Please, please. And I am actually going to, let's do this, Nick. I'll be working in Illustrator. You be working in Firefly Boards. And we'll work collaboratively.
Dude.
Okay.
Check this out. Oh my gosh. This is really fun. Oh, it's getting like, look at the best chocolate. Was that one of the prompts?
Oh, yes. We had some chocolate in there.
There we go. Look at this. All right. Dig it.
Okay. Perfect. Right. Nick, is there music playing in the background?
Yeah, I have to. I'm trying to get Siri to stop.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I will be right back. What is going on?
Yep. Nick will be right back. So,
all right.
We are going to hop in, and I am going to go into Illustrator, and I want to do like a generative expand. Or sorry, I want to do a generative recolor. So Nick's getting muted. Sorry, Nick. So we're going to go over here and we are going to do my little trick. And chat, if you've seen me before, we are going to do this. Chat, we still need a name for our bakery. So please put that in there. I'm going to do 5 different colors. We're going to do 5 different colors here. And there we go. This one's brown. And then what I like to do is I select all of these. I am going to go over to edit. We are going to go to edit colors and generative recolor. And this is going to give us a color palette. And I think what we want to do is maybe like warm olive and Nick's back.
Yes.
Okay, so let's
Dusty Rose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Warm olive, Dusty Rose. Hold on. Let's do Dusty Rose.
I can come up with color names too, buddy.
That's great. Dusty Rose is great.
Dusty Rose.
So let's see. It's generated 4 patterns for me here for Dusty Rose. And I actually like this one here. And then let's go and let's try another one. Let's do some. And somebody's saying florist flower, but like flower. Like a bakery, so maybe it is like it's like a right, like it's like maybe we just call it flour. Let's call it flour.
Okay, logo,
but like FLOUR.
Oh yes,
and yes, let's see what that is. Okay, one. Okay, cool. So let's do and the other one that I was doing like a let's do warm loaf of bread. And see what this comes up with here.
Kind of dig that color palette. That's really neat.
Yes. Okay. Let's see what it came up with here. Oh, actually, hold on. I like this a lot. So warm loaf of bread. It's come through a couple different ideas. I like this color palette a lot. And someone's saying flower. Yes, clean and modern name. I love it. I totally agree. So I'm going to grab these colors here, and then we are going to bring this in, and we are going to put it onto our mood board. So let me go and we'll toss this onto the mood board. And I think we're going to make this way more messy, Nick. It's going to get totally insane.
We have to.
So let's go ahead and you keep going over here and generating like kind of pieces and sort of like mood board elements. And I want to grab some fonts. So I'm going to use Adobe fonts. And actually, I could do this in Firefly Boards, but I do want to like kind of explore fonts. Okay. And so let's do in here. And I'm just going to start typing in different phrases and then use some Illustrator with Adobe fonts here. So we're going to go to Discover More. It is going to initialize and then look for all of Adobe fonts. So we can kind of search through. We can use filters here. Oh, wait a minute. Nick, I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll go back. This is awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
Here, we'll close it. So I found this fun little reference as you guys were talking, and I'm like, ooh, what would flower look like in this unique style, right? So I'm going to hit edit, and then notice here, edit text in the image. Stop. This is crazy. And check out what it does. I can actually click on the love part and let's do flower, right? That's what we had?
Yep.
Perfect. Let's see what happens. It's generating.
So it's basically, it's going to find the text in there and then try to match that style.
Yeah, so it's doing it right now. Editing image with updated text. It's spinning. Let's see what it gives us. Oh, there it is. That's kind of cool. I love that idea. So if we want to, if let's say the client sometimes that's when they find some random thing and you're like, I can't find that font anywhere. There's a perfect way to see if it actually works cool in that vibe.
Yep.
So love that.
Okay, so back into Illustrator. This is, I love that it has trend. So what I was freaking out.
What is that font?
Like, we have not seen this yet. So we're in the Illustrator beta, chat. And if you are not in the beta, you're missing out because I just opened this and this is all new.
It's the best.
We now have exploring styles directly in Illustrator. We have trending fonts directly in Illustrator. New releases directly in Illustrator. All these things that we love to. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I love it.
Wow. Dude,
that
is really nice.
My gosh. Okay, this is amazing. I'm adding it here. We also can now add to libraries. We can show similar fonts and we can add to favorites. So this just got a major boost. This is crazy. And we're just discovering this as we go through here.
Right.
So I want to show similar fonts. Nothing yet. It's pretty unique. But let's go here. Oh, wait, no. Where did it go? Come back to me. Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
It feels like the top of bread baking.
It does. It feels like it's kind of like like bubbling up. And so I love that. Ooh, and Nick, that's a really good vibe. I like the vibe that you're going there.
All right, so I'm gonna give that a shot, and we'll do a quick. By the way, before we do that, I want to make sure you look. There's so many other ways to do different edits here. I really encourage you guys to explore this entire app. It's so cool. We'll go back here. It will find bakery like that, and again, we will do flour and generate. Because again, this is the coolest feature. When you have something with this much characteristic and this much vibe, let's see what it does. Hopefully it gives us the outline, the drop shadow and everything. And then we could use that as well. I'm digging that font.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
Yep. And that maybe can give us some like lettering reference to see.
That.
And actually, Nick, I want to see, I want to try something.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you take that image?
Yes.
And then can we type in the entire alphabet? I'm curious if we can get like reference for if we're like building, like if we want to build some type for this or whatever, can we get like a full alphabet out of this? I don't see why I wouldn't do it. It's going to be crazy. It's probably be packed. But we'll see.
Let's give it a shot.
In the meantime, I finally have this font. Oh my goodness. It is so good. I'm obsessed. Okay. So I love this font so much with all of my heart. And it's just so good. And Nick, we can have it like merge into itself.
Yes.
Like if we track it in, like really, oh my goodness, this is so fun. Okay, so I love this. I actually am going to center align. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, well, we love this. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to bring that directly into our mood board right here. So you can see we have it nice on the mood board. And I actually want to take this and I want it to look like bread. I want to see what it looks like with bread. So let's take this. We're going to go to we're going to go to edit and no. How would I do this? I think that I could just generate, use this as the reference and then do warm bread, right? So let's generate.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and
composition.
Do style. Oh, no, composition. Yep. You're right.
Yeah. And then write baked bread or
baked bread. Sitting. Oops.
Getting a little hungry.
Sitting on a table. So let's see here. For this one, I am going to use Nano Banana and then hit generate. And you can kind of play around with like what partner model is right for you. If you're going to use Firefly, if you're going to use Nano Banana. A lot of these are like available on Firefly first. So if you hear about like a new model, a lot of times it is available on Firefly first. Oh, nice. And I literally didn't add the image. Okay, chat. I'm so fired. Hold on.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Go for it.
And Nick, here's the thing. Like
we can get a whole font on that.
It is generating this style, yeah.
So I just basically, I always keep a source. If that's the one we started with, always keep it, duplicate it, because guess what? You have endless room.
Yes.
And again, we just went there, edited this, and you can see when you go there, click on that, I can add, so where did we end off? J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. And we get them all here, and we'll generate, and we'll get more just like that one. So pretty cool.
And what we can do here is we're going to use image for ultra and baked bread sitting on a table. We have our composition reference, and then we can click down here at the bottom and we can see generation settings. So this is a great way that we can find more to do composition, put the strength all the way up because we want to match this composition. We can do some sub prompts as well. Visual intensity, I want to be a little bit lower. We can also sample from the canvas for guidance, which is what we did. And let's hit generate and see if we can get something that kind of pushes these together. So I think that's really fun to like explore type. And maybe if you like created a single or like maybe 4 or 5 letters, and you can do most like type systems with like an A. So you need a triangle letter, circle letter, square letter. So A, H, O, R, S. You could probably use those and then be like, cool, use this as a reference and see, can we build out more pieces? Chat, I'm struggling. I'm struggling here because I want to see this composition reference hitting a little bit closer, and it's not quite hitting there. Let's see if we hit the 2 of these. And I think maybe if we remix, let's see what happens. I just want it to hit that warm bread to be like a little more rising bread within that text.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get it to like push those 2 together. And Nick, what are you doing over there?
Ooh, I just thought we have an image that we liked. What if we wanted a more close-up shot of the actual window? So check this out. It actually, I used that image as the reference and I asked close-up of the bakery shop window. So we got a little bit more. So if you are worried about like having a cohesive look with something, just keep building off that one source. So I wonder here, like if I took this one, what if I did, okay, so it is my image reference and I say in here, reverse the view from inside the bakery. I wonder what it'll do.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
And what I also want to see is a great use case that if, right, we have this idea for like the front of the bakery, right, when we were passing off to the client of like, hey, this is kind of the vibe that we're wanting. But we want to see it with different colors. And so I think that what we could do is we could use Nano Banana here to maybe combine. Nick, where did our colors go? Oh, they're over there.
Oh, I moved them. Sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
Cool. Let's see.
I'm not mad at you. Okay, we're generating over there.
The best part is, you know, it's somewhere. It's not like a link or something that you don't have.
Yep.
It's like, that's the beauty of this working collaboration. I know I can pull this up on another computer and be just fine.
Yep.
Right.
And great. What's funny is we actually like matched the vibes pretty well.
Yeah.
So like what we were doing. So let's do this. Let's grab these 2 here. And then maybe we want to do a remix. Maybe we want to collect. Okay, let's do this. Let's collect.
Yeah.
We have them all here. And then let's see if we can... I kind of want to like merge stuff together. So let's go here. Let's go generate image. I'm going to start over and we're going to do image. I'm going to select the colors there. I'm going to select this bakery there. And then I'm going to use Nano Banana to say replace the colors, color theme of the shop front with the color palette provided. And then maybe let's say like focus more on blue tones and let's see what happens here. So let's see if we can take these images that I've placed in here and replace some of these colors with some of these colors. And then maybe Nick, we want to go like crazy. And I wonder if we want to see this in like, do we want to see this in like if it was like a more trendy, cool,
a punk rock bakery?
Yeah. Let's explore like a different vibe. And again, this is like good for exploring vibes for clients, right? So we do have another image. I'm going to shrink both of these. And I'm still using hotkeys. I'm using Control G, all that stuff to kind of pull my hotkeys together. And you can see here, Nick, if we wanted to show the client different options, we can show that we have the blue option here. Maybe we want it to be a little bit cooler, or maybe the brand needs to be a little more olive. I think that this works a lot better. But here's what this is great for. Okay, chat. This is going to be a little bit of a hot take.
Uh-oh.
So this is a great tool if you're working with a client and the client says, we really want it to be blue. We want the front of our shop to be blue. And you say if it's not on brand, right? That we've made this whole brand. The brand isn't going to be as warm. It's not going to be as welcoming. And they insist we want it to be blue. You can say, okay, let me show you what it would look like if it was blue, right? We can put this in, create this image, present to them and say, hey, I know that you really want it to be blue. Here's what it's going to look like if it's blue. But if we kept it green, like we talked about, to have that warm, rich tone, see how much warmer it looks with that green. And so I love using this as like an A/B test to where if your client comes back with feedback, you can very easily say, okay, we can implement that feedback real quick without it taking me a bunch of time, knowing that it's not going to work, right? That we've created the brand, we understand it, and we can say, I hear you, and I want to explore that option. Let's explore that real quick. Here's kind of an idea of what that would look like. Is this what you're looking for, right?
How did you just did a quick little generate this in a different color tone,
right?
Yep.
So I use Nano Banana as the partner model here, and you can see it right here. You can just click on an image and hit load. So you can say replace the color theme from the front shop with the color palette provided. Focus more on blue tones. And so we took these pieces here with this color palette and then did it onto the shop front right here.
Wow.
Yes. And Nick,
we got an interior shot. So basically, had a few tries. I think we can mess around with this and get some variations too. But what it did was it reversed the view from inside looking out, but it even gave me the Daily Crumbs on the other side of the street too. I love that. So you've got this, like, I love the vibe here that, like, again, if you are needing a client's like take on how something is going, I like this idea of walking them through, sharing your screen, like we said earlier, and just seeing what vibes. They might see something like looking at the bread that you have here, like this. To me, this image right here, that one just got, like, I could just see the logo superimposed like right over that. That's really, really cool.
Yep, 100%. Actually, I can just.
Nice.
Oh, do I have hot? Oh, nope. That didn't. I tried to use the hotkey for send to. It's a different hotkey probably. There it is. I used the hotkey for send to back, send to front, and I was like, oh,
gotcha.
wait, that didn't. Okay, so let's do this. Let's edit this text that we have here, and let's see if we can edit the text in the image. And this is an Adobe font, so like in theory, 100%, I could just like actually edit it. Oh, let's do that. What am I doing? Okay, this is actually an Adobe font. Chat, what was this called? We used Illustrator here. This font was called, do I not have fonts? What is going on? Wait. Okay, BC Blot is what it's called. So let's see if we can grab that over here. Ooh.
Dude.
Nick exploring some options here.
Well, look, you, instead of like, don't forget, you could just do the regular stuff and add text, pick your font. So here we can put like bakery and I love doing and co. That's just like my favorite signature. And co. So again, here, I think it needs a little, we need a little Jellica, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That always is a nice little kind of tip here. I love that. And you've got everything. So you've got all these really cool stuff to mess around with. Again, like you could just be building the same way you would if that's what you like. And I wonder, like, if you take the whole thing and say vary or generate, what would it do?
Let's see.
Let's find out.
Tell me more.
Go. All right, let's go here and we will, let's see, what does it get? Does it get the whole thing for the image or just the image? We're messing around with the eyedropper. Maybe because it's multiple things. I guess that's not why it's working.
Okay, what are you trying to do? Sorry, I was not paying attention.
I was gonna see if the image with placed type on it could actually be mixed.
Oh, I wonder if you could make it into an artboard if you collect it. Or if you group it, maybe.
Let's see here. Group. So if we do all those, let's see, what do we get here? Group. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna do a duplicate just in case. Oh, look at you bringing in that text. I see it.
I'm doing some stuff over here. I'm
like that
trying some things because I have an idea. And And chat, we have about 5 minutes to execute that. Oh,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I moved your whole
That's
thing.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Nick, no.
Ooh. It's
Oh,
fine.
wait, you did some inside shop things. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's so, like, oh my God, this is like endless.
So
I love that.
yeah, and I like that like this is where like you get into the brainstorm and we're like hitting and like we had to show you a bunch of stuff, but we're hitting the zone. We're in the brainstorm. Mosaic tile. Let's say top down with person standing on the tile. So I want to do like a top down shot of like tile, but then I want to do like the flower logo like in the tile.
Okay.
Right? So like you're like walking in and like doing tile. So let's do small mosaic tile, persona style in shoes. So I got one and it's just like feet. It's just like feet on tile, which is not at all what we want. Okay, Nick, you are continuing on. What are you trying to do here?
So I did a screen cap of it, so now it is considered the same image. So I said, like, what this looked like the homepage to me, right, of like a website. So I turn this image into a website homepage on a laptop in a rustic kitchen. So we're gonna see what it does.
Okay, cool.
See what happens.
And I am going to do a whole bunch of things.
I like the tile you just did. That's cool.
Yes. So what I want to do is let's see if we can combine all these things to create a little image here. And we are going to use Nano Banana here. We're going to generate image and we are going to go to partner model, Nano Banana. And we are going to do top down photo of a bakery with bread on the sides of the image.
Of course.
And then we're going to have small, let's do like green and brown tile. Let's do tan.
Okay.
Tile.
I like that.
That says flower. And I think that these are all the pieces that I need here. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add in images and we're going to add in the Daily Crumb. We're going to add in the tile. We're going to add in this piece of bread. And then we're going to add in this flower text. And actually, let's go ahead and I'm just going to grab, no.
You're overloading it with inspiration. I can't wait to see what it does.
I have like a minute. Okay. I'm just going to bring this from Illustrator real quick. And Nick, what did you get over there?
Look at that. We got ourselves a little website.
Boom. Little mock-up.
This is great. I love this stuff.
So let's grab all these pieces, generate image here. And we want flower and let's generate and see. So what I did is I grabbed all of these pieces, right?
Okay.
And put them into Nano Banana using the partner model, and then did my prompt of like kind of the image that I want to see to maybe pitch to the client. And let's see if we can get
I've seen this style. Yeah, where you give it the watch, you give it the model, you give it the everything. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wait, with the font? Oh,
great.
Wow.
Great. And we got pretty close on that font. There's some little variations, but like we got
I want to be trapped into that room.
We got really close. So let's go back here and let's take a look. So we showed you a bunch of things that you could do with Nano Banana. Yeah. And then we started, with Nano Banana in Firefly Boards. And we started here with generating some ideas. Chat, you gave us the prompt of a bakery. We started to play around. We replaced some type here. We got our colors in Illustrator and moved it back and forth. And then we started to do some type to pull this through. Then we started to explore different type options using Adobe fonts and Illustrator. And then we put it in here with, and somebody said, nice touch with the knives, Nick.
Ooh, thank you.
Some nice knives down here. So then we started to do some ideas that maybe we could pitch clients on like the vibe that we're going for. And this helps to kind of just like expand what we're working on.
Dude, I like the version it made of the font, the tiling on the floor.
Yeah.
It's actually I prefer that like over the font itself.
I kind of agree, and maybe
The F is better. I love the F and the R.
And this is something to go back in Illustrator, explore, right, and figure out how we can adapt the font that we have into something that maybe has more of this R and more of this like fun little F. So again, just to kind of come up with ideas to spark your creativity. Great thing, Adobe Firefly. All right, let's wrap it up for today. We will be back next week to show you more, and we will be building out, maybe we'll do another brand. So chat, come with your ideas next week. Maybe we'll do a collaborative brand. If you want to check out our Discord, hold on, let me get Benny in there to give us the Discord. Discord.gg/ACC. Join that Discord, and we will maybe send me a message on Discord, and I will clear you for our Giga board that we'll be doing next week.
Beta board.
Yes. All right, everybody. We'll see you another time on Office Hours. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Take care.